A garage catches fire in Hurricane, early access to the LDS Temple in Washington, and a Beverly Hills chef brings a taste of California to Cedar City.
You're watching St. George News at 5.
Good afternoon, I'm Christy Langenheim. On Monday night, a garage connected to a fourplex in Hurricane caught fire and sent one occupant to the hospital. Here's Maury Kessler on what might have caused this fire to start.
The Hurricane Valley Fire District responded to a garage fire at the Knollwood Townhomes on 6300 West in Hurricane Monday night that resulted in one person going to the hospital. Here is Hurricane Valley Fire Battalion Chief Cole Furley with more information about the incident.
Approximately 8:30 p.m., we were paged to a fourplex for the report of a structure fire that started inside the garage. First arriving unit made entry within 2 to 3 minutes from initial time of page and found a fire inside the garage next to some boxes and what appears to be a space heater. We did have one patient who resided in the structure who was taken to the hospital. 4 cats were recovered and all doing well. All occupants of the fourplex are accounted for and everyone is safe.
The construction of the new temple for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Washington is finished and will soon be open to the public. Maury Kessler was granted early access to view the temple, courtesy of church officials who hosted the event.
It was November 2018 when President Russell M. Nelson of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints announced Washington County as the location of a new temple. Since then, the Red Cliffs, Utah Temple has taken shape on the eastern side of St. George and is set to be dedicated in late March. Prior to the dedication, the public will have the opportunity to tour the new temple and learn about the structure's significance to Latter-day Saints. St. George News and other media outlets were invited on a tour of the temple's interior, which was hosted by visiting church officials. Elder Jonathan S. Smith, a Church General Authority 70, said the temple is a place where heaven and earth connect, and emphasized it as a house of the Lord where people can feel close to God and seek peace and inspiration. Sister Tamara W. Runya, who is a member of the church's Young Women's General Presidency, also shared her thoughts on temples.
It's one of those thin places where the presence of God is really felt. And I feel that in the temple.
Heavy emphasis was also placed on the temple's role in church doctrine related to proxy work for the dead and eternal families, and how Jesus Christ plays a focal point in those beliefs. The Red Cliffs Utah Temple will serve church members in southern Utah east of I-15 and also those who live in northern Arizona. Temple tours will begin February 1st and run through March 2nd, with the dedication set for March 24th.
Thanks, Maury. The Iron County Sheriff's Office will soon be putting a new educational program called Ignite into effect to help inmates prepare for when they're released. Here's Jeff Richards with more on this new program.
Iron County Jail has become the first in Utah to adopt a new inmate education initiative called Ignite. Sheriff Ken Carpenter and other officials spoke about the program during a ribbon-cutting ceremony in Cedar City on Thursday.
There are inmates that they needed to do something different. And so they decided that if you were going to be in their jail, that you were going to be a student. And one of the things that's been remarkable about it is that not only has it transformed the culture inside of the jail, but it's transforming the culture outside of the jail.
Ignite helps identify skills, individual needs, connecting individuals with potential employers, and most importantly, instilling the motivation and self-worth into bettering themselves, which in turn makes a better society for us all.
But we have young men and young women incarcerated behind these walls that are generally good people, but they're misguided. Some of them are addicts. Some of them have just been raised in environments that they never really had a chance. And the blessing and the opportunity that we have is to give them a chance, to teach them how to set and make goals for themselves, to teach them that they are not stupid, that they have the opportunity of seizing on to educational opportunities and improving themselves, and that they can go back out into the community and achieve jobs and be a productive part of society and have successful lives.
As we get deeper into the winter season, big game animals such as deer, elk, and moose are all starting to shed their antlers, which means it's time to go searching for them. But before you head outdoors, there's a few things you'll need to know. First, you'll need to complete the 2024 Utah Division of Wildlife Resources Antler Gathering course if you want to hunt sheds between February 1st through April 15th. Once you finish the course, either store the certificate in the DWR Hunting and Fishing app or print it off and carry it with you while you're out hunting down sheds. Also remember that if you find a skull attached to the antlers or horns, do not pick it up, as it is possible that the animal was poached. Instead, report it through the Utah Deadhead Reporter app. If you'd like to download the app or get started on the course, visit stgeorgenews.com and click on the link in the article. A Beverly Hills chef is bringing a taste of California brunch to Cedar City. St. George News reporter Haven Scott sat down with Kevin Jones to discuss his vision for this Cedar City bistro.
I moved out here from Southern California. I apologize.
When Chef Kevin Gerald Jones moved to Cedar City to start a 100-acre farm, little did he know he would be bringing a part of the Golden State with him.
I can see this packed. We have little s'mores packages so you can sit by our fire feature. We're going to have bands playing or just someone with an acoustic guitar singing, and just creating a comfortable environment for people to come hang out and have something that the community hasn't had quite yet.
For the last 3 months, staff at Courtyard by Marriott's Bistro has been serving brunch. Cedar City News asked Gerald Jones, besides the combination of 2 words describing food, what is brunch?
When I lived in California, there was this great little spot in the Dana Point Harbor called Wind and Sea. And it was just a place to go sit down and relax with friends and family and have a good time and have good food. So we started out with just breakfast items, kind of your traditional, but then always having a upscale special that was rotating.
Now that he is managing the team at the bistro, Gerald Jones has his sights set on doing more community events.
A Super Bowl Sunday party coming up, and then we're going to start doing different events for Easter and Mother's Day. We teamed up with the local winery, IG Winery here in town, and we're going to do at least quarterly really upscale wine dinners. The first one's actually for Valentine's Day.
Thank you for watching St. George News at 5. I'm Christy Langenheim with St. George News, your #1 source for local news.
This has been St. George News at 5.